Hey, how's it going? Today, I want to talk about something that's part of your life every day, but that you might not always know how to handle all that well: emotions. So let me ask you a question that you may have wondered about before. Is it really possible to control what you feel? We're always hearing that we should think positive or keep a smile on our face. But is that really how life works? Emotions like sadness, anger, fear, anxiety, and even joy are natural responses from your body and mind. They come up automatically, often without warning, and can have a big impact on how you feel and act. Trying to ignore or suppress these feelings can actually leave you feeling even more uncomfortable and confused. The key isn't in avoiding feelings, but in learning how to deal with them in a way that helps you live better with them. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more content like this. In this video, I want to share some ideas and practices to help you transform your relationship with your emotions. The goal is for you to learn to embrace what you're feeling, to understand what's going on in your heart and mind without judging yourself for it. And remember, regulating your emotions doesn't mean becoming cold or indifferent. On the contrary, it means being more in tune with yourself, staying more present with what's happening inside you. To help you understand how emotional management works, I'll introduce you to a concept widely used in psychology called the emotion process model. At first, it might seem a bit technical, but I promise it's simpler than it sounds, and most importantly, it can make a huge difference in your daily life. This model explains that emotions are generated in 4 steps. It all starts with a situation. This situation can be something that actually happened or something you imagined, like a memory, a conversation, or even a small detail from your day. This first step is what triggers your emotions. Next comes attention. When your attention is captured by the situation, you start to think about it, and that's when the emotions begin to build. Then we reach the third step, which is appraisal. Here, your mind assesses whether the situation is good or bad for you, whether it helps or hinders you in some way. This interpretation can be quick or more in-depth, and it's what shapes the intensity of what you feel. Finally, there's the response. This emotional response is what you experience in your body and mind, a mix of thoughts, sensations, and actions that arise in reaction to what you're feeling. You might be wondering, but why is this important? Well, understanding each of these steps can help you identify points where you can step in. It's not about stopping an emotion from coming up, but about responding more strategically. Finding ways to redirect your attention, reframe the situation, or even lessen the emotion's intensity before it gets out of control. It's like learning mental shortcuts to make what you feel easier to manage and even transform. To illustrate this idea, let me tell you Anna's story. You might find you have a lot in common with her. Anna is an ordinary person, just like all of us, juggling daily responsibilities, work, and plenty of challenges. Recently, she had one of those days where everything seemed to go wrong. She woke up late, got behind on her work tasks, and by the end of the day, all she wanted was to get home and relax. But just as she was trying to unwind, a message from a coworker really upset her. It was the kind of message that, on another day, might not have had much impact. But on this particular day, it was the last straw. Anna got so bothered that she couldn't sleep, and even though she didn't want to, she kept replaying the message and the stress of that day in her mind. The next day, with a clearer head, Anna reflected on her reaction. She realized that it wasn't just the message that upset her, but the buildup of everything she'd been carrying throughout the day. With this in mind, she started looking for ways to handle these moments better so she wouldn't end up drained. She saw that instead of just reacting to what she felt, she could learn to step in more healthily, keeping the emotions from completely taking over. Over time, Anna began putting a few simple strategies into practice, like taking a deep breath when she noticed a situation was really affecting her mood, or stepping back for a moment to understand what was truly causing her discomfort before reacting impulsively. And this made a huge difference for her. Of course, Anna still feels anger and irritation, because that's human, but now she can recognize when her emotions are starting to get too intense and knows she has options to manage them before they take over. So, have you ever been in a similar situation? Let me know. I'd love to hear your story. Now that we've seen it's possible to regulate emotions and that anyone can learn to do it, I want to share some practices you can try out in your daily life. The first tip is, if you know a specific situation tends to trigger a negative emotion, try to anticipate it and mentally prepare before facing it. Whether it's a tough conversation, a stressful task, or a place that always brings you down, think about how you'd like to feel afterward. This kind of preparation can help reduce the emotional impact and keep you from feeling overwhelmed. Another useful strategy has to do with where you place your attention. When we're focused on a problem, our mind tends to amplify the emotion. So if you notice your attention is stuck on a situation or thought that's causing anxiety, try redirecting it. Step outside, take a walk, chat with someone, or do something to distract yourself for a few minutes. This simple break can help ease the intensity of the emotion before it takes over. If the issue is in how you're appraising the situation, a great technique is to look at it from a different perspective. Ask yourself, is this really such a big deal? Will it matter a week from now? These questions often help to take some of the emotional weight off and bring a more balanced view. When you start questioning your own thoughts, you may find you're reacting to an interpretation that might not even be all that accurate. If you've made it this far, please give this video a like. It really helps YouTube keep sharing my content so I can continue bringing this important message to you and to others who want to learn about emotions. With that said, here's the final tip, one that never fails. Find healthy coping mechanisms. This can be something as simple as going for a walk, doing a breathing exercise, listening to a favorite song, or talking to someone you trust. These practices help you process the emotion without letting it build up to the point of overwhelming you. Remember, this is all a process. Emotion regulation isn't a skill you master overnight, but each small practice and each bit of reflection on what you're feeling helps build stronger emotional balance. And the best part? Learning to handle your emotions doesn't mean becoming numb or avoiding what you feel. On the contrary, it's about embracing all your emotions, even the tough ones, and learning from them, because that helps us grow and understand ourselves more deeply. So here's my invitation. Why not try out some of these practices over the week? It could be deep breathing, redirecting your attention, or even reevaluating a problem that's been bothering you. Then, come back and share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories and create a supportive space where we can all share ideas and grow stronger together. Taking care of your emotions and well-being isn't selfish. It's a form of self-respect. In a world that often demands so much from us, dedicating time to your emotional health is a truly revolutionary act. So go easy on yourself, with patience and kindness. Believe me, every small step counts. Thank you so much for being here, and if you're not yet subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button to get more content like this. See you in the next video.